I'm Jon Strite from Strites Orchards. We're in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. We have a 300-acre fruit and vegetable farm. Next year will be our 100th year. It was started by my great-grandfather in 1914. My grandfather took it over, then my dad and uncle did, and now we're in the fourth generation. Me, myself, my brother, and my cousin, we're the ones who operate it now. And we just grow a little bit of everything, and it's just kind of, I guess, it's what we do. I've always kind of been around here, following my dad around, probably bugging him. But I think I started helping out in the farm market when I was 8, and just kind of every year my tasks grew. It's just a lot of attention to detail. You got to make sure that plant has all the right things to grow properly. Once you get into the cycle of it, it's kind of easy because you're just doing it almost not even knowing you're doing it. But you just got to stay on top of things. And then that would pretty much just be a continuous process. Every week we'll be planting something pretty much the whole way through September. It's hard to see it. I guess like seeing the forest from the trees sometimes, where you're just doing these little things every single day, and then you just kind of wake up one day and look out, and it's just all these fields planted, and it's just wow, how did that happen? Not that I do it by myself. I have a lot of really good employees and family members that help too, but it's just what we do. But then, when we do stop to think about it, it's pretty impressive and pretty neat at the same time. That's why I enjoy my job, I think. Sometimes, the land owns you, you don't own the land. It's kind of hard to describe. I never really looked at myself as owning the farm or anything like that. It's more just kind of our family legacy is what we do. It defines us in a way, and it's just one of those things you take pride in, and you just try to do the best you can so that it's here for the next generation if they choose to do it. I still have some of our pear trees, our sweet cherry trees, or stuff that my great-grandfather planted. They're starting to come to an end. Once they're getting 80, 90 years old, it's reaching their end game. But I saved some grapes that my great-grandfather originally planted, and it's we try to keep that stuff just so I can maybe point it out to my kids one day and say, hey, your great-grandfather planted that, and just so they can get an idea of where we started. Places like this just aren't around anymore like they used to be. Unfortunately, we plant more houses than plants now. It's important to preserve this kind of stuff so people can see where the food comes from and not just doesn't just come from a grocery store shelf. I mean, I'm guilty of it too. We all want convenience, and sometimes it is nice just to slow down, maybe cook something yourself a little bit, know that it doesn't have to come out of a can. Even better yet, if you plant your own garden, you can go out and pick it and then wash it and prepare it. So it's I think if people do take their time and just getting to know their food a little bit better, it helps you eat healthy just because you get more connected to it. The buy fresh, buy local, that's been kind of the slogan lately, and I think that can work for almost anything you do. If you're buying locally, you're supporting your local community because you're going to be helping to support jobs. Anytime you cook something or process it, you're going to lose a little bit of that flavor or the texture of that food. It's being shipped and it's sitting around for a week. That way, if you're buying from your local farmer, it's fresh, and hopefully the farmer's there and you can ask him questions. So if you have questions about how your stuff is grown or how you grow it, even how do you use it, it's just good to have that connection to someone who produced your food.